This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys, let's get started. Thank you for joining the session. I am going to give you the overview of SCCM, Intune. And first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kashif. I am from India, Mumbai, right? I have somewhere around 13 years of practical IT experience. I started my career from uh, help desk engineer. Then I was moved into SCCM level 1, level 2, level 3 teams. And then my primary roles and responsibility now is I am working as a senior architect, wherein I design and implement technologies for the companies. So I have implemented SCCM and other technologies in the company. So apart from these project tasks, I am involved in training, wherein I have trained more than 30,000 students globally. I take online training, classroom training, offline training, corporate training, and plus the project task, as I mentioned earlier. So that's about me, guys. I am a BSc IT graduate from Mumbai University, and later on, I started working in IT field. Now we are talking about Microsoft Intune. So Intune is a Microsoft product. Okay, Microsoft developed this product in the year 2000, 2010. They released this product in the year 2010. So this product is there in the market for the past 13 years now. So it's a matured product, right? Now, previously we used to call it as Intune, and now the new name of this one is Microsoft Endpoint Manager. Okay, so either you call it as Intune or Microsoft Endpoint Manager, it is one and the same thing. Now, this Intune is basically has two features. First one is MDM, Mobile Device Management, and second one is MAM, Mobile Application Management. So you can manage mobile devices and mobile applications, right? Now we will discuss about what all devices you can manage, what all applications you can manage later on. First, you uh, need to understand that why do we need Intune. So I am going to delete this. Okay, so like Intune, we have other um, vendors who are giving the similar kind of functionalities. For example, AirWatch. This is a VMware product. This is Intune competitors. Okay, competitors of Intune. So similar to Intune, we have AirWatch, which is from VMware, Zen Mobile from Citrix. Then we have Tanium. Then we have BlackBerry, right? Then we have Goods, Mobile Iron. These are some of the competitors of Intune, which is working similar uh, as Intune to manage mobile devices, right? MDM and MAM, mobile application and mobile device management. Now, this course, first of all, you understand about this course. This course uh, time, right? So the timing will be 8 a.m. India time. 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. This is weekend session, right? So we will do Saturday and Sunday. Okay, Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. India time. So you can calculate in your local time zone what will be the local time if you are not in India. So 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. 2.5 hour session on Saturday, 2.5 hour session on Sunday. Now the duration, 6 weekends. 6 weekends, 1.5 months we will take to finish all the topics. 6 weekends required to finish all the topics, guys. That will be the timing and the duration. Now, what all things will be covered in this training? If you have not received the course content, you can message me. I will share you the course content. Okay. So the course content is right here. Okay, so the course content is right here. Intune course content, which has many modules. So one by one, we will discuss about these things. Okay. So these are the topics which we will have to cover, and that will take 6 weekends to finish all these topics. Okay, that's the course content, guys. Now, practical. Let's talk about the practical, how you are going to do the practical. So each one of you will have to set up your lab. So either you do it locally, right, or you can do it on cloud. So you basically need at least one Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine, virtual machine. So you need one Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine. That's it. Okay. So if you have good configuration of your computer, minimum 4 core processor, okay, and 8 GB RAM, and minimum 100 GB free hard disk space, right? So if you have this configuration, you can create your virtual machine, one virtual machine on your laptop itself, right? If your computer does not have this configuration, for example, you don't have this configuration, then you can create your uh, cloud account like Azure free account, okay, and that will give you 30 days free trial. Okay, so we need one Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine for all the practicals, uh, to deploy the policies, application updates, configuration profile, to see if everything is going in a proper direction or not. In case if you are not able to do it locally, you can create your Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine virtually on Azure Cloud Data Center. Okay, so that's the practical one. Now the exam, let's talk about exam. So after this training, if you are looking for certification, the Microsoft is conducting this exam MD-102. This is the exam code. You, if you take this exam, then you become Microsoft Endpoint Administrator. Okay, you will be able to crack this exam after this training. If you need help with this exam, let me know. I will help you in with this exam as well. So that's the exam code, MD 102. You need to score at least 700 out of 1000 to pass the exam. Okay, to pass the exam, you need to have minimum 700 out of 1000. Okay, now uh, why we should learn Intune? So if you are confused whether you should go with Intune or other technologies, I will give you some um, f- reason why you should learn Intune if you are planning to choose your career. Point number one, Intune is, it's a matured product. Okay, it's not like Chat GPT or other tool which came just now, right? Intune is there for the past 13 years. So it's a matured product. Second, it is being utilized almost all big size and medium size organization. Almost everywhere you will find this uh, product to manage devices, right? Point number three, it has good vacancies because most of the organizations are using this product, right? So it has good vacancies, good salary as well. So if you are in India, then you can expect a salary of 8 lakh per annum, average salary. Okay, 800,000 Indian rupees average salary. If you are outside India, then you can expect a salary of average salary $50 per hour, 50 US dollar per hour. Okay, so you get good salary. This is average salary. Okay, if you are in India, 8 lakh average salary, outside India, $50 per hour. Point number five, it has less competitors. Okay, point number six, um, it it is easy to learn. Okay, why easy to learn? Because it does not have any um, programming languages. It does not have any coding languages. You don't have to write any code. It is easy to learn. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so it is easy to learn. Point number seven, no coding or programming languages. Okay, point number eight, good future. The way Intune is getting deployed in the companies, it has good future as well. Okay, so people are implementing Intune in their organization to manage their devices. Okay, these are the factors why you should learn Intune. Okay, now the next thing is what Intune, what is the reason why do we implement Intune, right? So Intune is basically going to manage devices and manage applications. So for example, if you have thousands and thousands of devices, right? Some devices are located in India, some are located in Mumbai, I mean, some are located in outside India, like New York, Canada, Australia. So, how do you manage devices? For example, you have some set of computers or mobiles in Mumbai. Let's say 2000 devices in Mumbai, right? Some devices are in 2000 devices in London, okay? Some 3000 devices in Chennai, some 5000 devices. So we have some devices in Mumbai, New York, Hong Kong, Paris, London, Chennai, and these devices are what? The operating system of these devices, operating system of these devices are either Windows, right? Windows 10 or 11, or you have Android operating system, or iOS operating system, or Mac operating system, or you have Linux operating system, or Chrome OS. So Intune is going to manage all these devices if the operating system is either Windows 10 or 11, Android, iOS, Mac, Linux, or Chrome OS. You can enroll these devices in Intune, and Intune will be managing the devices over internet. So device management happens on the internet. You don't need a physical connection. You don't need any LAN connection or wired connection to manage devices. It's all done on the internet. Okay. So after this COVID-19, people started working from home. So it was very challenging when people were working from home to manage devices through SCCM, because SCCM needs client um, connectivity. Client has to be there. So there were some dependency of the network as well. But Intune is completely on the internet. So there is no network dependency. People can be anywhere and it will be managed, their devices will be managed through Intune. Okay. So we can deploy applications to the devices, right? We can deploy compliance policies, compliance. We can deploy configuration profile. Okay. We can deploy update policy. Then we can do Windows autopilot, right? Similarly, we can do policies for Android devices, iOS devices. Okay, there are many things which we can do through Intune. I hope you guys getting the concept here. Uh, are you guys able to hear me? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, Kashif.
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
Kashif.
Okay. So why do we need to manage devices through Intune? Okay. Why do we need to manage devices? Suppose I have a laptop here. This is my laptop. I received this laptop from office. Let's say I'm working in a company called Yahoo. I received this laptop from Yahoo. This is a Windows 10 or 11 computer. Also, I received a mobile. Let's say I received Android device from the organization itself. So Yahoo has given me a laptop and a mobile device. This is Android mobile. Now, why do we need to manage these devices from Intune? Can anyone tell me what is the reason to have these devices managed or controlled through Intune? No idea.
For the security reasons,
So
Only
through the
security reason?
Intune, through the
Uh,
Intune, we can
uh,
update patches of the on the laptops monthly,
okay,
security patches and everything. Whereas in the Android
okay.
mobile, we can
Uh,
set the policies as per the organization needs. So
mhm,
even though if the mobile phone get lost or is stolen, we still can erase the data remotely via Intune.
right, right. So we will have complete control of the devices as soon as you enroll the devices, right, through Intune. You will have complete control on the device. It's like you will have the remote control to remotely manage the devices. So why we need to manage? Because we might be deploying applications. User might need application. User might need some policies or some configurations, or you have to deploy some baselines or some antivirus application or some configuration. So you will have complete control on the devices. And in case if user lost his device, you can remotely wipe the data, because if the device is lost, it might the data might be compromised. It might go to the wrong hands, and then the data might be compromised. So through Intune you can give a command to wipe the device, and it will do factory reset of the devices. Okay. So remotely you can, suppose you have like 10,000 computers in New York, right? 10,000 machines are there in New York. I can remotely restart these machines. Okay. I don't have to be in New York, or you don't need to send anyone to the New York office to restart the devices. Suppose I need to set wallpaper of these devices, wallpaper, you know, a company wallpaper. I don't want user to have their own wallpaper. It will be the organization wallpaper. So you can create a policy, wallpaper policy, and then deploy to the devices. Okay. Suppose I don't want user to have a restart option, you know or shutdown option. So I can remove these options from user's computer. Okay. Suppose I have to make Google Chrome as a default browser. Okay. Google Chrome as a default browser to all these 10,000 machines. So user will not have to call help desk how to make a default browser, how to make Google Chrome as a default browser. You can do it from um, Intune portal. Suppose my home page, when I open Google Chrome browser, what is my home page? So by default, it's going to Google, but I want it to go it to yahoo.com, for example. So you can do it from Intune portal. Suppose I have to deploy some power policy to the devices, you know, for power optimization. You can do it from Intune. So it's completely customizable. You have many features available in Intune to manage your mobile devices and your laptops, like which has Windows 10 or Windows 11 operating system. Now, then what will happen to the SCCM? So some of you guys are confused. Uh, First of all, you understand SCCM. What is SCCM? SCCM is working in a similar fashion to manage devices. So SCCM manage Windows 10, 11, right? Plus you can manage Windows Server, like the server which has this operating system 2016, 2019, 2022. SCCM is managing server and Windows client operating system like Windows 10 and Windows 11. Similar kind of functionality, but SCCM, um, there is a dependency. You have to install SCCM client in the device, right? For example, there is a device and you need to manage it from SCCM, so you need to install a client here. The client dependency is there, and the network dependency is also there. Okay, so you can manage the devices, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows Server 2016, 19, 2022. Now, Intune, currently Intune is not managing server. Intune cannot manage server. So Microsoft has not given this feature in Intune to manage. It's not compatible with server. So the plan is, what will happen to SCCM? So looks like, based on uh, the Microsoft strategy, Microsoft is going to keep SCCM only for server management. SCCM will do server management. Okay, SCCM is not going anywhere. Some of you guys are confused that SCCM will be replaced by Intune. It's not the case. These are two separate products. Okay, Intune will be managing client operating system. Okay, client management or mobile device management. But server management is done by SCCM only right now. Intune is not managing server. If you have a device which is being managed by, let's say you have a Windows 10 device, and this is being managed by SCCM and Intune together, then this device will be called as, this management is called as co-management, right? So some of the policies are being managed by SCCM and some of the things are managed by Intune. Okay, are you guys clear so far? Any question from anyone?
Yes, Karthik. Not yet.
Yes, go ahead.
Ashif, one question from my end. So, what is the level of knowledge we need in SCCM to learn this?
It's independent. You don't have to have SCCM knowledge to learn this one. If you have, it's good, but it's not mandatory to have SCCM knowledge to learn this one.
Okay.
If you have SCCM knowledge, then it will be easier for you to learn. You will be
Yeah.
able to understand quickly. Why? Because the concepts are similar, but it is not mandatory.
Yes.
Anyone from IT or non-IT can learn this one, because it is easier than SCCM. SCCM is little tough. There are so many things which you have to do. Let me show you.
Yes.
This is a little tough, right? This is easy to learn. Okay, but if you have SCCM knowledge, right, then it will be more easier to learn. Okay, Intune.
Understood.
Now in SCCM you have to build architecture. So you build architecture
Yeah.
like server and database, SCCM primary side or secondary side or central administration side. You need to do it yourself. But in
Yes.
Intune, you don't have to do any some architecture kind of thing. Everything is designed in the backend already. So it is done by Microsoft.
Yeah. Just enrolling
Microsoft
and
has,
claiming.
yes. So you just enroll and you are ready to go.
Yeah.
So it is easier than SCCM. Any other question from anyone? Hmm? Sorry, anyone has any question?
What is the main reason so Intune cannot manage Windows Server? Because I think the link between the client and the Intune administration console is the Portal Enterprise. What if we
Microsoft has
install?
Microsoft has uh, not added Windows Server in Intune. That means you cannot enroll. So if your operating system is Windows Server, then Intune will not allow you to enroll that device. Got it?
Okay, okay, thank you.
So that feature is not available. That's incompatible, because they have to sell SCCM as well, na? So they can't. You see, SCCM is there in the market for the past 30 years now, from since 1994. So almost 30 years, and Intune is from last 13 years. So Microsoft has done a lot of work on SCCM, and they want to sell SCCM. They don't want to get rid of SCCM, because there are a lot of efforts done on SCCM. So they would like to keep SCCM only for server down the line, and Intune for client, so that they can sell both the products. Okay.
Thank you.
Uh,
Any
Hi,
other question?
Kasim. Oh,
Mm.
who is the competitor for Intune and how is the market tomorrow or in future?
When did you
Any other
join?
product? I joined a little later. That's right, 20 minutes late.
We have already discussed
One.
about it.
Okay, okay.
You can
Thank
go through the recording. We have discussed about the future of Intune plus the competitor of Intune.
you. Okay,
Any
thanks. I
other
will check.
question, guys?
Hi Kashif, will you share today's recording?
Yes, that was a question.
No, thanks.
Kashif, hi Kashif,
Hmm.
this is Nikhila. I have one doubt. Like log analytics is does that important to learn while learning Intune, or without learning log analytics also
Log
is okay?
analytics is just one of the features added into Intune. It's not very important, and it's not mandatory to learn. Okay.
Okay, okay, thank you.
No worries. So,
is there a
mm,
feature,
mm,
PowerShell feature that can work with Intune if we
yeah, you
want to
can
go?
deploy you can deploy PowerShell script to the devices. So through Intune portal. So this is your Intune portal, right? So that is endpoint.microsoft.com. Okay, and it is taking you to intune.microsoft.com. Now when you go to this link, then at the left hand side you have devices. That's going to give you the list of all the devices what you have. Right now I have only one device which is manageable through Intune. So I'll go to Windows devices. It's going to give me, yeah, this is the only device which is being managed by Intune. This is my Windows 10 machine, and others are server, like database is a server, domain is a server, and MECMPS is a server. These are server, so these are being managed by configuration manager. Okay, these are being managed by SCCM itself. Similarly, you have devices. There are some devices. If you have iOS, iPad, Mac OS, Android, Chrome OS, Linux operating system. So all those devices you can enroll into Intune and they will be showing up here. Okay, they will show up here. So this is your Intune portal, guys. So when you take the Intune subscription, so you get the Intune tenant. What is the tenant? Tenant means the domain, right? So my tenant name is mmie dot 2 dot on microsoft.com, and the tenant location, so the location is India 01. So when you create your subscription in Intune, then you get the location. Suppose if you are in America, then you will get North America or South America. If you are in Europe, you will get Europe region location. Then at the right hand side you see the authority, Microsoft Intune, account active, service release. So everything is done by Microsoft. The you don't have to take care of the update of Intune like in SCCM. Whenever new updates come, what you do, you have to update SCCM on your own. You know, you need to download and install update for SCCM. But here it is done by Microsoft. 2309 means what? 23 is the year 2023 and 09 is the month. So it is the last month release, and they have um, updated every month. They are doing it. So next month, sorry, this month, the last week of this month, hopefully it will be changed to 2310. Okay, 2023 October release will come in few days, and then it will get upgraded. How many devices are enrolled? One. Total how many licenses we have given to user? 5. And Intune license 250. So we need to take Intune license. Intune is not free product. You will have to take license from Microsoft. So once the license is taken, then you can start managing your devices. Okay, so we will talk about the Intune license as well. Um, let me take you to the Intune licensing.
Kasif, just regarding
Yes.
the licenses. So in the organization, if we are having an E3 license or Office
Mm,
365, so whether this
mm.
Intune license we need to procure more, or it comes as a bundle in E3 only.
It comes in the bundle. As you see, Microsoft 365 E3, if you are taking E3 license, right? So E3 will have this by default. Microsoft Intune Plan 1 is included in E3. Got it?
Okay.
Clear or not?
Okay.
So
Yes.
there are few types of licenses which you can take, and that all depends on you how, which license you would like to take. You can have a discussion with Microsoft, and Microsoft is gonna recommend what license will be beneficial for you. So basically you need Microsoft Intune Plan 1, which is included in these types of license. If you take either Microsoft Intune for Education or 365 Government, there are many options available. So if you take any of these products, license, your Intune license is included into that one. Or if you would like to take Intune Plan 2, right, you can take Intune Plan 2, Intune Suite, Microsoft Intune for Education, right. These are the options available to get Microsoft Intune for Education. So generally we go with Microsoft Intune Plan 1, either separate license, a standalone license, or you can take license of the you can take these license which Intune is already included in that one. So generally people are taking either E3 or E5 license. So when you have Microsoft 365 E5 license, then Intune is a part of that one, and you can also give you can also activate Microsoft 365 applications. Like Office application is one of the um, part of Microsoft 365, like Office, like Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Outlook. These will get activated if you take this license, Microsoft 365 E5 license or E3 license, and this one is included as one of the licenses. Okay. Now this is like an overview of Intune at the top level, understanding that Intune can do app deployment, as you see, application, identities, then devices. So you can deploy compliance policies, conditional access, device configuration, BYOD, bring your own device, and organization own devices. Plus, Intune has integration with many products like Configuration Manager, Windows Autopilot, Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, Windows Autopatch, e- Endpoint Analytics, and Microsoft 365. Then it has options to configure VPN and Microsoft Tunnel, Zero Trust, Endpoint Security, right? On the right hand side, you have a remote and hybrid worker, web-based admin center, reporting and data self-services. These are the high-level information of Intune. Now I'm going to show you Intune architecture. Intune architecture in the backend is designed by Microsoft, and this is the photo of that one. So Intune, basically you are here, web console, as you see down at the bottom. This is the web console you get. Like when you type in endpoint.microsoft.com, you get this web console, and from this web console you make changes, like you create policies or you delete policies or you apply some policies to the devices. So whatever the things you would like to do it from here, that configuration is basically goes to the Graph API in the backend. So Intune is basically connected through Graph API. So Graph API is a Microsoft feature which helps you to connect to Intune server in the backend, and the configuration and everything will be recorded through Graph API, and it will be done to the Intune in the Intune server itself. So you have configure devices, protect data, manage apps. Then at the right hand side, you have group targeting, device compliance result, Active Directory conditional access, Microsoft Configuration Manager as a co-management, like integration. Uh, you can you can integrate um, SCCM devices into Intune portal through co-management, right? Then you have Windows Update for business deployment services, Windows Update. You can manage these devices, Windows devices, Mac OS, Android devices, iOS, iPad, Linux devices. Okay. Mobile application. You can manage mobile application on iOS, iPad devices, Android devices. Okay.
like Asif.
Yes.
So it's compulsory needed SCCM in the organization if you have to run implement Intune, or only in Intune you can
Is it compulsory to have SCCM in
to
organization?
implement in yeah to implement
No,
Intune or
no, it is independent. It is not mandatory. It is not mandatory to have SCCM.
okay. So we can
Okay,
implement Intune
but
without
if you
SCCM
have,
also.
but if yes, if you have SCCM already and you are
Yes.
planning to go on Intune,
Okay.
so then you can integrate the devices, whatever the devices are there in SCCM, you can integrate them into Intune through
Okay.
co-management,
Okay.
so that you can manage those devices through Intune and SCCM together for temporary basis, and later on you can move all the devices from SCCM to Intune, right?
Okay. Okay.
It's not mandatory, but if you have, then you can slowly migrate to Intune from SCCM.
Okay.
Also, SCCM cannot, you cannot remove SCCM. If you have SCCM already, you cannot remove SCCM because SCCM will be managing your server as well.
Okay.
So you can't put all the devices to Intune because server management is not possible in Intune.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And one
No
more question,
worries.
Kaustubh. It's like my personal question. Like, see, I have 10 years of IT experience, which is not related to the Intune or SSM domain. So how can I improve my career to like this? So what will be the job scopes I'll be getting, and how can I go forward?
You are having 10 years of experience in SCCM.
No, no,
Hmm.
not SSM. Normal in the IT. Like I have experience at the server levels and
Okay.
like
Server admin.
desktops. Yeah,
That's
desktop and
also.
desktop.
Okay, so this is very broad scope actually, the one
Okay,
where you are working right now. You will have to choose a path, a career path, either SCCM or Intune or Office 365. You know,
okay,
then you can take that path and grow into that field. Because server management, or as working as a server system administrator in server side or desktop side, that is not going to be very fruitful in down the line in the future.
okay.
Okay.
See, if I'm choosing some SSM part, like it will be like I will be like a fresher to that part. No? So how will be my the job opportunities?
Job opportunities, previously SCCM was very good in the market. Okay,
Okay,
because everything, everywhere SCCM was there. Every SCCM is already there in all the organization, almost
okay,
everywhere. But for client management, people are moving towards Intune. So right now, most of the vacancies are coming for Intune. Okay. So you have SCCM vacancies plus Intune vacancies, but comparatively Intune vacancies are more. Okay.
okay,
And if you have SCCM and Intune knowledge together, then you will have, uh, the organization will be able to hire you. They will give you more preference than somebody who has only Intune knowledge or only SCCM knowledge, because if you have both the knowledge, then chances are very high that you will get preference.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
No worries. Intune is a, can anyone tell me what is the platform of Intune? Is it a SaaS platform or a PaaS platform? Do you know SaaS, software as a service, platform as a service, or infrastructure as a service? IaaS or PaaS or SaaS?
It is a SaaS.
Yes.
It's a SaaS platform. Can you give me any example of SaaS platform? Any other example?
Gmail
Yeah,
or
Gmail. That's a SaaS platform because everything is done by the vendor. Like Microsoft is doing everything and they are providing this options. You just take the subscription and then you are ready to use that product. It's a SaaS platform, software as a service. One more, 1 minute, guys. Okay, so by default, when you create Intune subscription, you get integration with Microsoft 365 portal, plus you get Azure Active Directory integration in Intune. That's the default feature of Intune. So Azure Active Directory is needed for to store all your user information, your devices information, and conditional access. There are other features of Azure Active Directory. So Azure Active Directory is similar to on-premises Active Directory. If you have worked on Active Directory console on the domain controller, right? So domain controller has one of the features called Active Directory user and computers. That is like a database which contains your user information, devices information, and other things. Similarly, in the cloud, we have Azure Active Directory. Let me take you to the Azure Active Directory, portal.azure.com. And now the new name of Azure Active Directory is Microsoft Entra ID. Previously, we used to call it as Azure Active Directory, but now the new name is Microsoft Entra ID. So when you create your subscription, you get Azure Active Directory integrated, and you see all the devices and the users. You see, I have many devices here. This is my Azure Active Directory portal. Okay. Any other question from anyone? Then we have Microsoft 365 portal. Let me take you to admin.microsoft.com. This is Microsoft 365 admin center. From this portal, we can assign or unassign license to any user. So I have taken some licenses. If I go to billings and then your products, so I have some licenses. I will show you all these things later on practically, how you take the license, how you create subscription. So I have these licenses. Some of them are expired, some of them are active. Okay, these are the licenses which we have taken. So for practical, you have to have a computer. Either you do it on Microsoft Azure data center, or Windows 10 virtual machine. You can create it on local computer itself. So in my system, I have what is the system configuration. You can also search. You can type in system information on your computer search box, system information, and that is going to give you the version. So this is my Windows 11 So either Windows 10 or Windows 11. Okay, you can the operating system name. uh, then the main important point is this one, processor. You have to make sure you have 4 core processor minimum. You see, I have 8 logical processor. So this is sufficient. If I go down, how much memory I have, installed memory 32 gigabyte, 32 GB RAM is there in my system, right? So 4 core processor minimum and 32 GB RAM, and the hard disk. Let me see the hard disk size. The free size, if I go to this PC, the free size at least 100 GB is required. Okay, so either in C drive or D drive. If you have SSD, that will be better. Even if you don't have SSD, that is also okay, but minimum you have to have 4 core processor for local lab. Okay, in order to create your um, virtual machine, local lab, you need to have minimum 4 core processor, minimum 8 GB RAM, and minimum 100 GB hard disk space. So this is, if you have this configuration, then we can proceed further and create the virtual machine. How do you create the virtual machine? So everything I am going to show you guys practically. Either you do it on VMware Workstation or Hyper-V or Oracle VirtualBox. So I have Oracle VirtualBox, which is free of cost. You didn't need to download and install, and then you can create your virtual machines. These are my virtual machines, like domain, database, MECM, PS, Windows 10. There are 2 Windows 10 machines I have, and one of them is being managed by Intune. Okay, so we just need one Windows 10 machine, either locally or in Azure Cloud Data Center. Anyone has any question? No question? All good? Hmm?
Could you please explain, sir, one time that Azure Active Directory portal about the license part?
Azure Active Directory, here, this is your Microsoft Entra ID. So when you create your Intune subscription, then you get access to Microsoft Entra ID. That is nothing but Azure Active Directory. That's a cloud version of your on-premises Active Directory. Okay, so in that one you have option to see your users. When you click on users and all users, these are the users I have. Okay, then I can reset password from here, create new user. Suppose I have to create new user, I can create user. I can reset password. Suppose I need to reset password of John, right? So I'm gonna click on John, and then I have option to reset password, revoke access, manage view, monitoring properties, right? Licenses, if you would like to see whether license is assigned to John, you can go to the license tab and see what all licenses are assigned to John. Uh, Microsoft 365 apps for enterprise and Microsoft Intune remote help. These are the 2 licenses assigned to John. If any roles assigned, you can go to assigned role to see if any roles are assigned. We have not assigned any roles, so that is blank. So these things we will see later on. Okay, how to create user account, how to assign license, how to see the devices and all. Okay, clear?
Kasif, mm, so in the SCCM, so we have different types of reports we can generate or we can pull it. So whether that flexibility is there in Intune also?
We have report section here in Intune. As you see at the left hand side, report is there. These are the options available for you. Okay, these sections are there. Plus, if you go to the devices, you have monitor option. This is the monitoring feature of Intune. Okay, any other question, guys? Anyone?
Kasif, is there any certification on like SCCM exams nowadays, or it's expired?
No. SCCM does not have any certification. Intune does have a certification, that is MD 102.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So who can learn this Intune? Um, it is anyone from IT or non-IT. It is easy to learn. Intune is easy to learn. If you compare with SCCM, SCCM is little tough than Intune. Okay. Now, so we are starting the session. This was the overview session. So we are starting the full-fledged session from tomorrow onwards. So tomorrow, 8 a.m. India time, IST. Okay. So that is the time, right? So we are doing weekend session, and we are doing Saturday 2:30 hours. Okay. Sunday 2:30 hours. That means the duration. This is what this is the duration of the training, not the time. So the time starts at 8 a.m. India time till 10:30. Okay. So 2.5 hours session we will do on Saturday and Sunday, and this is going to take 6 weekends to finish all the topics. Okay. So tomorrow we are starting at 8 a.m. India time. So those who are interested to join my session from tomorrow onwards.
One question. As I said, I'm in Canada right now. Are you in New Delhi,
I am in Mumbai.
Mumbai? Okay,
Mm.
so I can set the
The
time.
time zone is same. The time zone is same either in Mumbai or Delhi. It's the same time. You are in Canada in Eastern time,
Instant. Yes,
huh?
exactly.
Eastern time.
Yes.
So that the time. So for you it will be from 10:30 to 1 o'clock, I think,
Yeah,
midnight.
exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
Thank you.
So this is the number. Either you send me a WhatsApp message or uh, call me if you would like to continue from tomorrow. You need to make payment, enroll to this course before tomorrow's session. so that you can continue from tomorrow.
Where I can
Okay,
enroll myself.
you can,
Where can I enroll to the course?
you message me, I will give you the enrollment procedure.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you.
Do you have any another sessions in weekend sessions after this, or
I'm
only one
also,
session?
yeah, I'm also starting a weekdays batch at 7 a.m. India time. 7 a.m.
Okay,
IST from Monday. From this Monday, Monday is what, 17th, I think. No, 16th.
okay,
Monday is 16. Yeah.
okay,
From the next batch, I mean the weekdays batch. This is weekdays.
okay, okay.
1 minute.
So,
Weekdays batch. I'm starting at 7 a.m. India time, 7 to 8. Um, that is only for 1 hour. Weekdays batch is only for 1 hour. And
okay,
weekdays, it is starting from Monday, 16th October, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. only for 1 hour. Okay. And that is going to take 30 days to finish all the topics. Daily 1 hour session, Monday to Friday. Okay. Monday to Friday we will do to finish all the topics. So those who have time issue, uh, somebody said from Canada, if you would like to continue the weekdays batch, that will be 9:30 for you. 9:30 Canada time, 9:30 to 10:30, 1 hour, Monday to Friday, 9:30 p.m. evening for you, EST.
do you conduct any
So these
evening
are the
sessions,
two.
or it's all morning sessions only?
Evening is
Like
not
after
available
six,
now.
after 6 or 7, uh, like in the Saturday Sunday shift after 11, like that. It will be the same
No,
time.
evening session is not available now. It is only morning session, weekdays or weekend. So weekend is tomorrow, 8 a.m., 8 a.m., right? And weekdays, 7 a.m. This is for 1 hour. This is for 2:30 hour. This is starting from 16th October, and this is tomorrow. Okay, clear, everyone?
Can we call you on phone, Kasif, for the fees details and about more about the course, one to one?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
If you are interested, you can call me or send me a message on this number. I will guide you through the enrollment process, either for the weekdays or weekend. You let me know in case if you are interested. Okay, guys.
okay. Thank you.
So tomorrow we are starting at 8 a.m. India time, Saturday, Sunday session. So tomorrow there will be a session, and then on Monday I will have another new batch at 7 a.m. Okay, Yogesh, you there?
Yes. Yes, Kasif.
Okay, Yogesh, how you are going to do the practical? Either local or Azure?
I will prefer a local only.
Local. You have ample amount of, I mean, sufficient configuration?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I do have 4 cores, 8 cores of processor, 16 gigs of
Uh,
RAM.
Uh,
and enough space for,
okay,
as you mentioned.
fine. Fine. So, Binto, what is your status? How you will do the practical, Binto?
Would like to,
Hmm?
no problem. For
Can't hear you, Binto. You looks like you're away from your headphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. No problem for Azure or local. Either will work.
You if you have good configurations, so better you create a local setup. That will be better because Azure gives you only for 30 days.
Yeah, yeah. I got good configuration. 64 gig of RAM and
Okay.
1 TB, 1 TB hard disk,
Okay.
and 12 gig of 12 gig of sorry, 12 logical processor.
Okay. So it's a very good computer. So
Yeah,
you can create a virtual you know how to create virtual machine?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So create one Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine. Yogesh, you too. Create one Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine. Anything.
Okay, okay,
Okay. So when we meet tomorrow, we will start with the practical.
So is it okay
Okay.
to create a virtual machine on Hyper-V?
Yeah, Hyper-V or Oracle VirtualBox, anything,
Okay.
as long as it has internet connection.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, Bhupendra, you have
Yes, Kasif, I'll be creating locally only. Earlier
locally.
I
Okay,
have the same setup with the for SCCM, so I'll be creating the
okay,
local only.
okay. Tushar,
Hmm.
Tushar, what is your status? Kashif, is Intune certificate has a validity period or it's a lifetime? Intune, every certificate from Microsoft has a validity period. Tushar, Tushar is not available. Um, Nikhila, what is your status? You
Hi,
have some
Kashif.
problem with Azure virtual machine, right, Nikhila?
Yes, Kashif. I have a problem with Azure. Actually, with one resource group, I am able to create three VMs, and fourth VM when I am able, I don't know why it's not getting into this resource group fourth machine. I'm so
No,
confused about that.
no. The problem is Microsoft has changed the some settings in the back end. You can create three machines in one region in free trial.
Okay.
So if you have to
Okay.
create one more machine, then you need to choose a different region, like East US2 or uh,
Yeah. And
Asia
we have to
Pacific.
add a VNet as virtual network also different one, right?
Yes, so you will have to create a peering network between both of them. So if you
Uh,
don't know how to
that
do that,
peering,
yeah.
I am unable to do that, Kashif. That
Hmm.
how should I do peering? Because when I'm into M remote, the client one machine is not coming into that. It's getting some error. It's showing some error. I
Okay.
tried to create a new resource group as well, like East to US two,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
we network too.
Give me some time. I will connect to your computer and help you with this one. I know what is the
Thank
problem.
you.
Okay.
Thank you so
Microsoft
much.
has recently changed that
Yeah,
setting in the
yeah.
backend.
And you know one thing, only one day is left for me to do this Azure portal. Like
Only
15th
one
is the
day.
last day. Yeah. It's been
Then
one
there is
month.
no
I'm
point.
literally tried and I was like, okay, fine.
Oh, okay. Then there is no point continue with the same. You can create another account if you have
I should ask
another credit.
another credit card. I should ask to my friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So we We'll meet tomorrow at 8 a.m. India time, the weekend session, guys. If anyone interested, you can call me or send me a message. Okay, guys?
Doubt it's like your training will be like full of theories and practicals only. Like,
Yes. Theory plus practical both.
okay. So we'll be getting any documents on
Hello.
theories and practical.
Yes, you have the every day we will do the theory part. Suppose the topic which we are going to cover. So we will
Yes.
discuss about the theory, and after we do the theory, we will do the practical. Okay.
Okay.
So
After the session, you will be sharing the theory documents.
yes, it's a Microsoft document. Every day I will be sharing with you. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Kashif.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So I will go for local. I have
Hmm.
372 GB SDD, 8 GB RAM, and octa core.
Okay, so create one Windows 10 machine. You know how to create Windows 10 machine, virtual machine?
Uh, no, no. How to
Either
create
you
virtual?
create it on either you create it on Oracle VirtualBox or Hyper-V or VMware Workstation. So you need to download this. I will show you. So those who are going to continue on local from tomorrow, you need to go to um, download Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, and then
Okay.
click on the first link which comes download Oracle VirtualBox, and then you need to click on this Microsoft Windows host. Okay, and when you
Okay.
click on that, you need to it is going to give you the installer. You need to install that one.
Okay.
Okay, so it will get installed. Now second
Mm-hmm.
thing what you have to download, you need to download, go to google.com again, and then download Windows 10 evaluation. Yeah, Windows 10 evaluation. So you need to click on this Windows 10 enterprise,
Mm.
and then download the ISO enterprise, this one.
Uh, can I go for
Okay,
Windows 11 as well?
you can either Windows 10 or Windows 11, anything of your choice. Now here you need to register with your name, email address, your company, and your country, then company size, job role, then the phone number, and you need to click on download now. When you click on download now, it is going to give you the option to download 64-bit or 32-bit. So we'll have to choose 64-bit. Okay, so click on 64-bit, and it's gonna give you the ISO file. So there are two things which you have to download. One, the Oracle VirtualBox installer, and the second
Mm.
one is the ISO. So the first thing first, you have to install Oracle VirtualBox. So that will be installed like this on the desktop. You will see the icon like this on the desktop. You need to double click on that icon to open,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you need to click on machine and then click on new, and here you need to type in what, suppose Windows 10 or Windows 11, whatever the name, you just type in the name, and where would you like to save it, the default either C drive or D drive, whatever it is. So we'll go by default, or you choose the exact location. ISO image, the one which you download, the Windows 10 ISO image. So you need to choose the
Mm-hmm.
Windows 10 ISO or the Windows 11 ISO for the one which you downloaded from Microsoft website, and then go
Okay.
next. When you go next, you can give your name, for example Kashif, and the password here. Okay, so give your
Okay.
name and password, and check this box, guest edition. Next. Now here, how much memory and processor you would like to give? 4 gigabytes. So 4 gigabyte is 4096. 4096.
Mm.
4 gigabyte. Processor,
Okay.
how much processor you would like to give that? The 2 core processor. Okay, and then next.
Mhm.
Hard disk, give 80 gigabyte. Okay, 80 gigabyte. Next, and finish. That's it. You just have to power on the machine. Right click and power on. You see
Mhm.
powering on this. So
O-
yeah, the machine
Okay,
is
so
coming.
same process for Windows 11 Enterprise.
Same process. Okay, so this
Okay,
machine is powering on now. I think I have chosen Windows 11 itself or Windows 10. I don't remember. Windows 11. You see, I have chosen Windows 11 ISO. Okay.
okay. Hmm.
So this is Windows 11 is coming. It is gonna ask you to press any key. Sorry, I actually missed to press the key. Let me reset. So it is gonna ask me to press any key. So I pressed when I clicked on the black window and pressed any key of on the keyboard. Now it is
Mhm.
taking me to this virtual box, and now it is gonna ask me to choose the language. Okay, so it's gonna ask me. Okay, the Windows is starting either Windows 10 or Windows 11. Same process you have to follow to create a new virtual machine. So each one of you who are going to continue from tomorrow, and those who are going to do the local setup, this is not for people who
O-
do not have the good configuration. If you have good configuration, then you do this one. Otherwise you will have to do the Windows on virtual on Azure data center. Okay, so Windows cannot find the, so if you get this kind of error, what you do, I'll show you. Let me close
Hmm.
this. If
Okay,
you get this kind of error, so in that case you need to close this. I'll show you what you have to do. Let's delete this. Okay, so remove, delete all files. Okay, so I'm gonna click on new machine and new, and here I'm gonna type in win 11 for example, and then I would also suggest you to use Windows 10. Why Windows 10? Because in Intune we will be seeing how to upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
so but
Fine.
that's okay. If you would like to go with Windows 11, that's okay. So I'm choosing Windows 11 itself. No, I'm not choosing anything. So I'll keep it blank. Keep it blank. Option was there, no? Let me just delete this. Okay, so I don't want to choose any ISO now. I'll leave that as it is. Now I will be having Windows 11, so I'm going to keep Windows 11. Next, 4 core processor, 4 GB RAM, 2 core processor. Next, 80 GB hard disk. Next, and finish. So I created one Windows 11, but that does not have any ISO image file, right? That is blank. As you see, the storage setup port 1, that is empty. You need to click on
Okay,
this and then choose Windows 11 from this option. Now power on, start. Hopefully this will not give any problem. I have seen this problem many a times. So this issue
hmm,
gets resolved when we choose the hard disk later on instead of taking it during the setup, initial setup. So let's see what happens. So it's gonna ask you to press any key. So I'm gonna press any key. Okay, so I pressed the space bar on the keyboard.
okay.
Tushar, you attended my SCCM session, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I attended,
So in
and after
SCCM
that,
I
I got
showed you,
the
no?
job.
Yeah. So in SCCM I showed you how to create virtual machine, no? You don't remember?
Uh, yeah, s- some parts I remember, something I forgot
So
actually.
okay. So now next, install now. Okay.
Kasif,
So
can you
I'm gonna
also show
wait a
us?
minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Next, now you have to choose custom install. You don't have to choose upgrade, right? We have to choose custom install, and then next. That's it. And give it like, wait for like half an hour, your machine will be ready. It will ask you to choose a password at that time. So choose a password,
Mm-hmm.
computer name. So whatever on-screen instruction will come, you can continue, and your Windows server, Windows 11 machine will be ready. So this is the process. I will be sharing this video with you guys. If anyone has problem with creating a virtual machine locally, so you can follow this video, the last 15-20 minutes video, that will show you how to create Windows 11 or Windows 10 machine locally on the Oracle VirtualBox. So those who are going to continue from tomorrow, you have to have a Windows 10 or Windows 11 local setup. Okay. If you have good configuration, if you don't have good configuration, that's okay. You can create Azure subscription. I will guide you how to go about it. You send me a message, I will send you the instruction how to create your Azure subscription. So Azure subscription will be simple. You just have to go to um, let me go to, you need to go to Azure free trial page and create your Azure free account today, and then click on start for free, right? But make sure you, if you have already created your Azure account in the past, then you need to use a different email address, different credit card, different phone number. It needs credit card just for the verification, guys. So here you have to type in your email address and password, go next. It will ask you for your phone number verification, a credit card verification, and then your account will be ready. So that's your Azure subscription, guys. So those who are going to continue from tomorrow, either you create your Azure account or the local virtual machine as I showed you in this one. Okay, any more question from anyone?
Kasif, just
Uh,
want to
Hmm.
understand once this gets created in the
Hmm.
network settings, what needs to be changed so that
Nothing. You just have to make sure the device has internet connection. That's it.
okay, so there should not be any mix connection or anything like that.
No, no, it's not like SCCM wherein we have to keep the devices on the same network wherein the domain is there and SCCM server. The device needs
Okay.
to have internet connection. That's it. Okay,
Kashif,
Binto.
what is the
Yes.
validity period for this Intune certificate?
Every certificate which is given by Microsoft has a validity period. So I don't know. Some are for 2 years, some are for 3 years maximum.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you. Thanks.
no worries. Minto, you will be able to create your Windows 10 machine on Hyper-V.
Yeah, sure. I will make it today.
Okay. Other people, if you would like to continue, you let me know on WhatsApp. Message me or call me. I'll guide you the enrollment process so that we can continue from tomorrow. Thank you everyone for joining the session. I hope the session was informative. We'll meet you tomorrow at 8 a.m. India time. Okay. Bye now.
Thank you.